Hey guys, welcome to the channel today. We're going to go over some tips in order for you to become better at learning and help you master some skills. So let's get into it. Welcome to the show. As you know, my name is JB Glossinger. In case you don't know me, we do a lot of reviews and productivity ideas, learning ideas, different things, and give you some energy. It's more of a community than a channel, and we're having a blast. First thing I want to ask you, is the sound okay? I'm using this F2B2 device where I capture audio from, and a couple people said my audio's a little low. I bumped it up an extra couple decibels in the last couple videos, and I want to make sure it's okay. Also, I just got this device in from FedEx. I have no idea what it is. This has been kind of cool. We're getting things to review. I just want to see what it is because this will probably be tomorrow's video, and we'll work on this. Okay, this is a Row-Right 2. Check that bad boy out. Row-Right 2. We will open this up tomorrow and jump into it. This is a Row-Right 2, Royal Row-Right 2. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. We'll take a look at that product. They sent it over. That's pretty cool. But today, I want to get into something that really has affected me. So we're reading the book Mastery by George Leonard in our book study and our podcast, Morningcoach.com. You want to listen to that, go over to Morningcoach.com. You can listen. We do a book every month. This book, Mastery, was just absolutely blew me away because there were a couple concepts in here that I want to cover. And the first is what he talks about, the dabbler versus the obsessive versus the hacker. And we talked about this in a couple videos ago when we were talking about the rapid learning method, that typically what happens is you have this jump in learning and then it plateaus out. And we all get in the plateau. You can see here on this YouTube channel. My YouTube channel had a big bit of growth and then it just plateaued out. Now, what happens is a lot of people will quit at this time because you're not moving forward. It's like, this sucks. What's going on? I had this big jump of growth. Now it's not working. I learned how to dribble the basketball and I learned how to shoot, but now I can't do a 360 dunk, right? And I'm just stuck at this certain level. And that's what happens with all learning. But to become a master at something, what will eventually happen is you're learning, practice, and then you have another jump, and then you'll plateau again. And in the book Mastery, George Leonard talks about this, that people that master things, they love the plateau. And there's very few people that love the plateau, very few people. And he talks about, and I like this, 3 types of people, or 3 types of learners. And I love this because the first one is called the dabbler. And the dabbler is somebody that gets going in something. It kind of looks like this, right? And then all of a sudden, they're doing okay. Then they hit that plateau, and then they just quit. And that's just getting into something where you're just kind of having fun with it. You're not really into it. And you tell friends about it, and it's like, I'm going to learn guitar, or I'm going to learn YouTube, and I'm all excited. And you start working it, and it starts working a little bit, but then you kind of lose interest, and you just disappear, right? And it just goes away. We've all been there. Eventually, the channel goes away, the podcast ends, you quit your job, go to something else, you quit the business that you're trying, you stop playing guitar, it sits in the corner, you stop shooting videos, whatever it is. That is the dabbler, right? Okay, that's what some people are. The next one is really the obsessive. And this is me, right? So the obsessive starts something, they get some knowledge, they get a good jump, then all of a sudden they plateau, and it kind of looks like this, and then they just die, then they quit. Because they can't get any consistency, and they're very goal-oriented. And again, this is me. I jumped in, I bought all the cameras, all the equipment. I'm the obsessive. I'm going to do it right. Golf, I got the right golf clubs. I'm going to get the lessons. And the obsessive then gets into this, gets to the plateau, has another peak, then a valley. They really have peaks and valleys to finally like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not reaching my goals. The problem with the obsessive is they get so much into this, they actually hurt people in this because they take it personally. And that's the type of person that's going for mastery that really has a problem. And that's me. I'll tell you, I've done many things in my life in that same manner that have caused issues for me. And then he's got the hacker, which is somebody just gets going and they hit the plateau and then they just stay there forever. They just don't care. Like I'm a hacker. I'm just going to play, and golf's a good kind of an idea behind that, or a good way to look at it is you just start playing golf, you become a 30 handicap and you just don't care. You go out and play for fun. You're not looking to improve. You haven't got an instructor. You're not helping. So what do we need to do? Well, one of the things that we've got to do is be aware of what is going on, right? What type are we? Am I somebody that just kind of is kind of a B energy that's just kind of, I'm just going to go along with the flow? Or am I somebody that's hypermotive that's going to jump into it, right? Or which kind of person are you? And then, and this is why it hit me so hard, was when you're on the master's journey, you're going to feel those plateaus. And then you're going to, you're either going to go this way or that way at some point. You're either going to quit or you're going to be able to get through another section until you plateau again. And that was really kind of a big change in my thought process because I knew about it, but I didn't really understand the concept of what he's teaching in this book, that we've got to love this plateau. We've got to love this right here, this plateau. And we've got to love this process. So the idea then is that as we are doing things, when we go up, that's the easy part. It's when you first get to class, you learn a couple things, you first pick up the guitar. It's a challenge, right? In fact, with the guitar, I should say it's like this. You're going to suck for a while with the guitar. It actually goes down. Then all of a sudden you start learning some songs, it gets a little better, and then it just kind of plateaus out. And we've all been there in different things, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to learn. And what we've got to do, again, is to love this and to love the practice. And that's a total mental shift. Because for most of us, we're goal-oriented. We want to get to the end. We want to see production. We want to see performance. But the truth is, the master is the one that loves this part of it. They're always learning. They're always practicing. They're always getting better. They're not looking for the end result. When I first started this channel, I would always say, make sure you subscribe and like. Now I got a little software that pops up at the end. You'll see it. But it was like I was at this end result. I wanted subscribers. That was the whole key. Well, if I wanted subscribers, then this channel would go like that and eventually die. It just would, because it's not happening as fast as I'd like it to be. And I'm sure at some point it can turn, but it's going great and I'm having fun. And it is right here plateaued, but it's a plateau like this. It's growing little by little. It's not a hockey stick, but who knows? I may do something on here that creates the hockey stick, right? Something could happen where somebody loves this content, loves the energy, and then all of a sudden it does hockey stick. And most people want the hockey stick. But here's what happens. If you get the hockey stick, most people aren't prepared for what's up there. You see, the process of this, the process of the master, which is a step plateau, allows us to become who we should become in here. And he talks about in here a really good point that I really like about horses that are trained. That there's horses, and this was from Zen Mind, Beginner Mind, I think. Let me just go to that page to make sure I picked that out right. From Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, that there's this story of these horses. And the first horse, okay, and I'm just going to do this, he goes right, left, slow, fast, just by seeing the whip. It's like he sees it, he's going to go right fast. Then the second one, if he gets a little feel of it, then he gets the whip, right? So this is the excellent learner. This is the learner that's okay, a little bit slow on the uptake, gets it. Then there's the other one that you got to whip a little bit, and he will get it with a little bit of whipping. And the final is the fourth horse. And the fourth horse, he has to feel it in his bones. You can whip him all day long, and he's not going to go left or right until he really feels it. And in this idea, this story, is that we all want to be this person here that just learns immediately. That horse that, we don't need to go into any issues. We don't need to plateau. We just learn it. But the problem is, if you're that horse, and according to the story and what he's teaching, is that if you're this horse and all of a sudden you reach some challenges or struggles, you've never felt what it's like to be this horse. So sometimes the best learner is the one that you got to go through the challenges and the trials in your learning, because you learn it down to your bones, where this horse never learned it down to its bones. It learned it easy, but didn't get it in there, right? And I think that, to me, is really what life is about, at least what I've seen in coaching thousands of people and working with them. Even my social experiment here on YouTube is that it's like this, and believe me, that was 12 years, Then all of a sudden, 1 year, it went like that. And that was remarkable too. Now all of a sudden, okay, cool, I can do that. Then it went like this. And that's where I'm at. Now, one of two things can happen. I could quit, or I can continue my pursuit of mastery, which is just to love this part where we're at. Love this journey. Love the practice. And that's what this is. This is practice. Getting these devices in. Now companies are sending to me. This is all practice so that I can really get good at this one day. And that's what I'm attempting to do. And you're on the journey with me, which is why I do journey videos, because not only is this something I just absolutely love to do and teach to teach it on my coach cast, my morning coach, which I've done for 15 years, but it also allows me an avenue to experiment all of my philosophies and the things that I'm doing, right? And on this journey right now, we're at 14,000 subs and it's growing. But I am not focusing on the metrics, I'm focusing on the content. And hopefully that helps you out a little bit today. So Mastery, great book. If you want to learn more about it, you can check it out. We're doing it on my podcast at morningcoach.com. You can subscribe to the podcast there. Also, tomorrow we will unbox this device, the Rowrite 2. We're going to get into that a little bit. I got more devices coming, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind hitting that like button, we still have our #1 unliker. As soon as this video goes up, we'll get a thumbs down. I love that. But we're having fun. I hope you're having fun, and I'm going to keep producing content here. We try to do it almost, at least 4 or 5 times a week, just so you're getting some energy and having some fun. So thanks for watching. Mastery. Love the plateau. Love the practice. Love the plateau. Love the practice. That's really the secret here, and it's going to help you get to where you need to go. All right, until the next video, we'll see you later. Go have a great one.